Hey there, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into our WSMV4 Plus streaming studios. My name is Lydia Fielder, and today we have a live interview that I want to intro about an announcement that came down from Walmart corporate just last week. So if this video is any indication here, we're talking about a major change coming to Walmart store shelves. The company is now rolling out what's called digital shelf labels. Pretty self-explanatory, but they're electronic price tags that are going to replace the traditional paper ones, and this is going to be replaced across all of its U.S. stores. So this $15.98 tag here, that is the digital example of an electronic price tag, I should say. So Walmart says the tech really allows prices to be updated from a central system in just a few minutes' time versus employees having to go and change thousands of them by hand. And as you can imagine, then Walmart says the goal is greater price accuracy. It's saving them time, less repetitive work for their employees. And they also cite faster restocking and say it will help with faster online order fulfillment. But the rollout is actually also sparking some controversy here. Labor groups warn that this tech could actually make it easier for retailers to change prices more frequently and really then, of course, impact both shoppers and workers. So joining us this afternoon to talk about those concerns, we have Ademola Oyefeso, who is an international VP here with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. Thank you so much for being here with us this afternoon, Ademola. Let's start with the basics here. For the viewers who maybe aren't familiar with this technology, what are these electronic shelf labels? You might be able to explain it better than I can.
Thank you, Lydia, and good afternoon. This technology is simple. It's a digital price tag that a company, a corporation like Walmart can change from a centralized location. And while you talked about what they said are the pluses of it, the negatives of it are, imagine there's a cyclone coming up. Yesterday, before anyone knew the cyclone was coming, eggs were $4.99. But now they know there's a cyclone coming. They can remotely change the price tags from Monday to Tuesday based on a weather announcement. Or they could also change the price tag based on an hour, the time of day. So, my kids get out of school at 3 o'clock. And when I used to pick them up, we'd go to the store. So I walk into a store at 3 o'clock every day. Walmart knows this. And they can change the price of chips by 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, because they know that's the busy time for chips. And that's what this technology really does. It centralizes the way that companies can raise prices on individuals based on any of the factors.
A great explanation there. I think that helps put it into perspective. Do you have any examples of retailers already doing that in the past?
So right in the grocery stores, they haven't started doing it yet. This technology is new. That's why we're trying to catch it. But there has been a study of how online at grocery stores, retailers are doing this already. There was a recent study that showed had a group of people buying on Instacart all at the same time. They all clicked to purchase the same product at the same time at different neighborhoods in the same city. And 8 people got 8 different prices for the same product. So, if they're doing it based on just where people live, imagine what they can do based on the timing, knowing you have to go into a specific store.
Right, and retailers, you heard me mention, retailers are arguing that these labels are helping prices update faster, keeping shelves accurate. Why do you believe, then, the risks outweigh those benefits?
This is probably one of the few times when it comes to food, we can target this right at the beginning of it. Yes, it can change prices in real time, but we all know corporations will tell you, oh, we'd never use it to raise prices on people. We only want to use it to help you, to give you deals. I've never met a corporation that only wanted to give me a deal and not want to make money. So if the technology is there for them to be able to price me specifically, and it's called surveillance pricing. That's one of the other names of it, surveillance. So they know Ademola is coming to buy Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and Ademola can afford an extra $1. So they'll push me slowly till they get that extra $1 for the ice cream. They might give me a 10-cent savings on the butter I buy once every 3 weeks, but the ice cream I buy every week, they're going to keep raising it because they know I'm going to buy it every week. So that's, if we all want to believe corporations aren't out to make a profit and take as much of our money as possible, like, I don't know anyone in America who believes that, or in the great state of Tennessee.
Right, great segue here. I want to talk about how this affects people watching our viewership right here in the mid-state and Tennessee at large. There's an actual bill introduced in the legislature right now in Tennessee. What would that bill actually do?
So that bill would ban these electronic shelf labels from stores being able to use them. That's one of the reasons Walmart's rolling this out. So the Camper bill and the Lamar bill in the House and Senate would tell stores, you can't use this technology. So companies like Walmart and many others are rolling out quickly their ability to put they want to put all the labels up and then tell all of our people that, hey, it's too late. We already have it out. Don't worry about it. So they're trying to beat legislators like Karen Camper to the punch. So she's trying to ban the use and they're trying to rush it in so that she can't do that.
Yeah, speak a little bit more to that urgency right now.
So, there's a national campaign around it where it says, right now, Walmart has it in about 800 stores. They have 10,000 stores in their whole company. Right now, they don't have it in. They want to roll it out. So it's one of those times where we can say no right now before you get it in. So, when you walk into a grocery store, it's still a fixed label in the store and you never have to worry about the price changing from whether it's an hour or you shopped at 8 p.m. that night and you come in at 8 a.m., it's a different price. So it's the one time we can stop bad things from happening. I think we're always chasing legislation to fix bad things. This is the one time we can get in front of it.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense to me here. If you are not able to ban then the electronic shelf labels altogether, what safeguards would you want to see in place?
The safeguards, I'd say let's keep them the same way, which is I would love to ban it. If we can't, have companies change it once a week like they do now. Prices get changed once a week. I think once companies are faced with, hey, you can do it once a week like you have been doing for years, their need for the digital tags would go away, because why would they want something? Why would they spend more on something just to make our lives better and not to make an additional profit? So if Tennessee told companies, hey, just change prices once a week like you traditionally have, let's see if they're still interested in digital price tags.
Let's speak to the worker side of things. So your union represents grocery store workers. How could this technology then affect them?
So our members are the ones who currently, when you go to a grocery store, you see our members. They're the ones every customer knows. They say hi to when you need something. They're there for you. This product electronic shelf labels would affect our members the following ways. One, it's their jobs to change the labels. Two, when there's a problem with the digital shelf tag, who do you complain to? If you said it's centralized, prices change whenever, just from a centralized location, but you're sitting in Tennessee and there's a price mistake, who do you yell at? You're not picking up the phone to the CEO. You're yelling at one of our members who has no control over that. And everyone knows the person in front of you is the one you blame. And companies are going to put our members out to the public and say, oh, it went up $2. I didn't do it. No one will believe that. So we want to make sure that consumers have good, affordable food and our members are able to deliver the service that all of these consumers are used to.
For consumers watching this right now, what should they really be paying attention to as more retailers start to adopt this?
Well, the first thing is don't take it as a given. Talk to your legislature and tell them to stop this. There's a national bill. There are state house bills all across the country. So don't take it as a given. Retailers want us to believe how this is going to happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Companies are rushing to do it so they can do exactly that. So every consumer watching this, you can still fight call up your legislature and tell them to pass this bill. And two, if you see it, make sure the company is telling you. First, the company should tell you that you are being watched, whether it's the surveillance in the store, outside of the store, at the shelf label. You shouldn't have a right to know. Someone's watching you and trying to base a price based on the hour of the day, whether you're a mom, a dad, a grandmother, and you should have your rights there. Those are the things, because it's a scary thing to know that you're always being watched and people are pricing things because of who you are.
Sure, and you might have touched on this earlier. Can you just explain for me a little bit more if there is any sort of federal oversight at all as it stands right now without this bill that could be passed?
So there is a federal bill that mirrors the bill in Tennessee that would do the same thing. Right now, the last time anything was looked at federally, the FTC did a study on this, and that study was shelved. The only place they can do anything around it is the FTC, but I don't think right now it is a priority because most of their investigations would look at it after it's already rolled out, not before it's rolled out. And that's why we're trying to pass the bill to make sure we stop it from being rolled out.
Sure. The last question from me, Ademola, has Walmart responded directly to your concerns as it stands?
No, they haven't, and I don't expect they will because, I think the goal of most of these corporations is how to make money, not how to make less money and do the right thing by consumers.
Is there anything else that you want to add here? I think I might have missed about this that you want people watching right here in Middle Tennessee, in the Nashville area, to know.
The thing you should know is that this technology is about how companies can watch you and raise prices on you. If you need milk, someone shouldn't be able to charge you more for milk than they are charging me based on the day or the hour. If there's an emergency and a company can change the prices right away, that's not fair. That's price gouging. And I think it's on you as a consumer to tell your elected officials that they need to stop this right now because companies will do it and they'll do it as many times as they can get away with it.
Well, we so appreciate your time and insight this afternoon, Ademola. Thank you so much for being here with us. We will certainly check back in and keep watching through your union, too, as we can track this bill as it moves through the legislature this session here in Tennessee. Again, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Lydia.
For those of you watching at home, just to recap, if you're just maybe joining us here, or if you want to go back and watch this interview in full, I will, as soon as I get off the desk here, go and post it to our website. We'll also should have updates throughout the afternoon shows and morning shows tomorrow with what we just went over. To recap here, you're seeing some video from Walmart. This is a major change coming to the company. They announced at all their U.S. stores consumers are going to be seeing these. These are digital price tags as opposed to the normal paper price tags that you see displayed there. Walmart says this is going to help them speed up instead of employees going aisle to aisle, changing thousands of price tags weekly. They say it's a goal of greater price accuracy. They want better online order fulfillment to streamline things in the stores and less repetitive work so they can be freed up to do other things. But what we heard just now from Ademola is the rollout is sparking some controversy because labor groups are warning that this tech could really make it easier for predatory pricing, retailers to survey and watch folks and study their behavior and then change prices based on that, or even before or after some sort of natural disaster or things that might send people to the grocery store. For example, the ice storm that we just had in Middle Tennessee about, 6 weeks ago now. We, all week long, told folks on the news to make sure you head to the grocery store, stock up on what you need. So labor groups like Ademola Oyefeso's union with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union are raising the alarm here. So trying our best to bring you both sides of this, an announcement and a response here. I look forward to hopefully talking to real shoppers this week about their opinions and thoughts. Look out for that on WSMV4. For now, I'm going to show you the webpage. This is a Walmart's news release. And this, actually, I just clicked over to an old one. So you can come in here at a news. I think that they were rolling out the testing some of this technology. Here we go. This is the March 2nd, 2026 link. So this is Walmart's initial press release. This came out just last week. Just a 5-minute read. You can read all about what Walmart says about these things, why Walmart says this is helpful. And then again, hearing from the union we just chatted with, we'll have that all in a web article for you in a central location. And this story, just search for it on WSMV4.com in a matter of hours. We appreciate you joining us this afternoon. We've got, in just a few minutes here, a First Alert weather team. A meteorologist will be coming to chat about what we can expect to see as far as storms and temperatures go this weekend, week ahead. It is Monday. Until then, I will see you right back on the news desk on WSMV4 starting at 3 o'clock today. Have a great afternoon, everybody.